house you drew for me. Where did you see it? Did you see it in your head? Is that why you drew it?
In my head?
Aiden, why did you draw that house?
She told me to.
Who?
Who told you to? Little girl.
She talks to you?
No. She shows me things.
Did she show you the horses?
She doesn't like it in the barn. The horses keep her up at night.
So she still lives there?
No. She lives in a dark place now.
Matriarchal realm. So motherfuckers say, I tell them I'm from the dark side. I'm from the satanic realm. Motherfuckers say, what you mean by you from the satanic realm? That's the feminine realm, bitch. Now you know. If you don't know, bitch, now you know. That's the feminine realm. Gerald Massey tell you that the original satanic realm is the overthrown feminine realm. And the God that rise up, be male or female, is the son of the mother, or the fallen daughter of the great mother. And that is the motherfucking dark side, the feminine realm. Now you know. Lilith. Lilith, Layla, Leviathan, Typhon, Tiamat, Medusa. You see, Medea, the scarlet woman, the harlot, Babylon.
You guys ever wonder why the 12 repeats itself throughout the universe? The 12 would be the highest number on the clock. 12th grade would be the highest grade you can complete in school. It is 12 inches inside of a foot. You have 12 cranial nerves, 12 universities inside of the universe, and 12 months in a year. This principle of 12 was set up when the Greeks took power. They would stop at 12, limiting our knowledge. We had an ancient system, and we went off the number of 13. The 13 was so sacred to us, and it represented the energy of the cosmic mother. They would stop at 12, leaving the great sea open for the great mother. They made us fear the lucky number 13 and turned it to something evil, when in reality, the 13 represent the divine feminine energy. They always feared that one day she will return and sit back on her throne. This is a hidden mystery, but when you are breaking down the name of Jesus, it is Iosis translated in the Greek language. When the rules of pronunciation is applied, Iosis is Isis. Jesus being sacrificed represent the female energy being suppressed. A lot of your religion stories have deeper meaning. You just have to open your consciousness. 2024 is all about women empowerment. They are back on the front line. They are waiting to be crowned the new rulers and take their powers back. A lot of women have intuition, and this is nature talking directly to them. That is right, nature is on your side, and you can manifest anything that you want in this life. We also have a male and a female brain. The left would be the male and the right would be the female. Our right brain was cut off back in the past, and we was just left for using our left brain. Like you ever heard, some people only use 5% of their brain? But starting 2024, both hemispheres of the brain is being activated and upgraded. Also, women's rights are ridiculous. They can't drive cars. They gotta wear what the government want them to wear in some countries. They gotta work when they want them to work. This all will be changing in 2024. The females are the ancient rulers. The men received their power and their soul from the women. So the 13 represent the divine female energy, and they was always scared of this return. The mothers are the glue to the family. She is the one that tell you to get back up when you have fell down. A lot of the females are starting to awaken and remembering who they are.
We talk about on the goddess level. You say, well, you know, I'm not talking about the polygamy level is set by man, but I'm talking about the goddess level. If you let them express themselves truly, shit, we talking about the chaos beings here. And they ain't bumping around with another universe. They gotta, you know, they can coexist, but you ain't gonna damn overlap. So I learned a lot of mysteries into these particular sciences and stuff, and I said it makes sense. It makes sense. And I say when they do coexist, is somebody has to shut down something. They can, if you let them be the true being that they are, you understand what I'm saying? They're no different than the forces of nature. You see what I'm saying? And the forces of nature is some dangerous and violent shit. And this is studying the whole aspect of Kali. Kali is a motherfucker. She's Kali in Hindu, she's Lilith in Hebrew, she's Sekhmet in Kemet. You see what I'm saying? She's Tiamat in Babylonia. You see, and Apep in Egypt. There's several aspects of her.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2, step 2. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you.
A quick way to get a real reference on who and what you are at this time, or what you have been in the past, is to get the books that talk about demonology and demons and Satan, because this is who they describe you as. So they put all our ancient African knowledge inside of books, and they cover it up by putting the devil on the cover or demons on the cover, because, as you know, they gave us Christianity, which was theirs, and made us hate who we were, which was the daemons. Look up what a daemon is, the demonic forces and the demons and all of that. These are our so-called ancestors. These are the forces that live within us, and they work through us, and they work with us. And I'm tapped into mine, and you should tap into yours. It's not evil at all. It's only evil to the human, because the human has captured the essence of it. But your human in your demon or your eye, whatever, can work together for the time that your human has on this realm right now. But when your human leaves, your demon lives past this, or your essence, or your true force, or whatever it is inside of you. They call it a demon. So get the books about demonology, about Satanism, and about all of that. And once you go into it, you're going to realize that they are learning about your ancient practices that you once did and you once knew, but they made you they made you afraid of it now. So
Hail, Lilith, full of disgrace. Cursed are you amongst women, and cursed is the fruit of thy womb. Demons, you fled the garden where the weak ones dwelt and did not live in shame. Unholy Lilith, mother of night, pray for us sinners, now and at the witching hour of our death. Praise Madam Satan.
Praise Madam Satan.
Praise Madam Satan.
It makes perfect sense, but not because of reasons that you think. On Brothers and Them If, let's get it. All right, y'all know the book I've been breaking down, and All the Lies, Coast of the Shadows by Kenneth Grant. Let's break down what we just saw. All right, so it states right here, the origin of the devil is the result of the beginning with the goddess without the god. So Keph, the great mother, furnishes the name of the evil one, the enemy, the devil. The worshippers of the mother were the godless, hence the devilish. Okay, so the original great mother was the Sabian mother Typhon and her son Set, which is the Sirius star system. Her name in Egyptian was Kept or Keph, from which the word devil derives. We're talking over 50,000 years of astronomical evaluations, way before your Bible, way before your Sumerian texts and all of this other stuff. This came first. The origination of the word devil is the original primal mother goddess of the very first code in Africa, called Typhonian and Draconian. The mother goddess name is Typhon, and in Egyptian that is Keft and Kept, and that stands for the devil, buddy. But wait, there's more. So powerful was this primeval African code of the mother of the seven stars, and for such long ages did it endure, that Kept or Keft became the name of Egypt itself, and the first of its terrestrial gnomes were dedicated to the star Sothis, the dog star, which represented the son of the mother, whose oldest form was as the goddess of the seven stars. So once again, big bro, like everything that I'm talking about right now, this does make perfect sense that this will become the devil, because you know you're looking at a jealous God. There's none that came before him, but you have a reason to be jealous. Not only wasn't you the first masculine principle, because the first masculine principle was a child, a son, not a father God. And on top of that, the goddess that became before you was the first goddess ever. It's the first primal cult in the African mystery systems, spanning over hundreds of thousands of years, way before all the we got today. The solar cult that casted out the Typhonians came way later. That's your sun god cults. Everything we living in today. But wait, there's more. All right, y'all, this is the next book, Encyclopedia of Demons by Teresa Bain. Before the King James I succeeded to the throne of England in 1603, he had written and published a book entitled Daemonology. In it, he speaks on the subject of witchcraft and the witch's relationship with the devil. He discloses how these people, most often women, conspire to summon up the devil and barter their souls for a pittance of power and ability. He mentions how they often become a demonic familiar, a companion gifted to someone by the Prince of Darkness, and how taking up the profession of witch finding and hunting is both noble and necessary. As can be imagined, many witches were slain under his rule, even though the religion, blah, blah, blah. So the same person that told you, gave you the King James Bible, you know, 40% of American Christians are practicing, is the same person that said putting this on a woman is a noble thing to do, to get a confession of her working with the devil. But I just told you that the origination of the devil is a feminine principle, and that's why women are working with the Prince of Darkness. And if you want to get deeper, the original goddess represents Night Typhon, because without darkness you can't see the lights of the stars. She represents the aspect of night. So all of this darkness, demons, and devils are just a mockery of the feminine principle. And that's why Christianity is a failing religion, and it is falling by the second. That's on.
Before there was any male-oriented version of creation, there was a feminine realm who is associated with darkness, not evil. From darkness comes light. This was the Typhonian tradition embraced. The Typhonian culture was practiced way before Kemet and Egypt started to manifest. The Typhonians put great emphasis on the Great Mother Goddess worship, which preceded all male-dominated worship. This is the reason why many worshipped a male version of creation. Man comes from women. And as an advanced branch of carbonated beings, the Typhonians, our people, had their own culture prior to Kemet. The Typhonian civilization at that time advanced and matured and declined way before the first monuments in Kemet were ever even built. The reason why the Typhonian tradition didn't make it through Kemet when Kemet started to thrive is because the Typhonian tradition migrated out of Kemet before Kemet started wiping away older traditions who preceded them, which did happen. Male-dominated religion has ruled this dimension for the last 2,000 plus years due to the shift from the lunar absolute phase, the Great Mother, to the solar patriarchal phase, where the male aspect of creation manifested and sought to dominate over his mother. This is why many think God is a he, but that is only because of the shift into the cardinal signs of Aries when the Europeans started ruling, which is now shifting back to the Great Mother, lunar energy, where we ruled and where we are in something called a solar system. Sol means sun or male. This universe was converted from female to male in order for us to have complete understanding of why many think God is male. We must know what was before the great goddess. This is the reason many automatically think of the Holy Father as male aspect, or proceeded to say he when they think what God is. He is secondary to her because she came before him. The original man is a womb man or a man, who many call God, is only a child of her, the absolute, whose energy is starting to transform back as magnetic energy right through our own flesh. This is why we see more and more physical chaos every day. That's more likely and all set up by those who want to keep us under rule because of fear. That is the only way male dominant energy is able to rule the planet, is through fear. part 2 coming up.
You can tell Jesus that the bitch is back.
The god Tan
Pay attention.
comes from the original god of Africa, Sut, or Sut-Nesi, which means the black one. This is the key. Now, let's explain this stuff to get you off the spook. I'm going to say this over again, because when I went to New York, we're in New York City, and you got to come with new stuff, because we are the Afrocentric New York City and the Afrocentric paradigm. So I come and put the real deal shit on, and the niggas got scared as hell. Got scared. Scared already got scared after see y'all still into that spookism. I said, I'm going to put the real deal on you. Look, understand this. In the ancient world, physics, geometry, astronomy, energy, heat, light, air, water, all your chemistry that comes from the word alchemy was encoded into mythology. Now this is the key to get you off the spook. When you see stuff that looks like this that you are scared of, I'm gonna tell you there's only energy, and you are energy, just like the cosmos is energy. This is the key. White man learned this a long time ago, and he been ruling the world and all, and got y'all messed up. Y'all pray every day in the damn church and all, and you the worst people on earth as far as your condition. Can't get out of nothing. Don't see, the problem is you've been taking these Sunday school stories that you never graduated out of Sunday school literally. You understand? Anytime you see hieroglyphic icons and symbols in the ancient world, it's explaining energy. When you see energy like this that looks the most hideous, it's explaining the most powerful energy. You understand? You see how you get some more powerful energy? They put a damn skull and crossbones on the bottom. You understand that? You see? It didn't mean that the skull and the crossbones was in the bottom. It was explaining the degree of energy. You understand this? You gotta get this, because see, everybody's spooked out about some damn devil that don't exist. When you see this robotic rope, this is energy. They took a hieroglyph or an icon to explain the most powerful energy on the planet. You understand? You see the third eye. That's the third eye in you. See what I'm saying? That's called the third eye of Lucifer, which means light bringer. It's a story that's going on in a school of the souls, and ain't got nothing to do with no damn devil up under no ground and you going to hell. You understand what I'm saying? You are mixing in religious fundamentalism into esoteric teachings.
Let's talk about Medusa. Now, some may remember the story as Medusa being a monster that was slain by Perseus, the demigod. However, the story of Medusa has many different tellings. In one story, she was a mortal woman who was raped by Poseidon in Minerva, Athena's temple, and as punishment, she was given a head full of snakes. In another story, she was a beautiful maiden who was murdered in cold blood by Perseus, and the retelling of the story as her having snakes for hair was a way of covering up the atrocious act that Perseus has committed, because it was very unbecoming of a demigod. I may not have to make this point, but again, the snakes for hair could easily just be a representation of dreadlocks. Interestingly enough, when I got this image originally, I wasn't looking up Medusa. I wasn't typing in the caption in the AI image generator for Medusa. I typed in the image for Lilith. And this is what they gave me. So there are a lot of parallels between the story of Medusa and the story of Lilith, because Lilith refused to submit to Adam, and in doing so, she was cast out of the garden and made the queen of demons. The demonization of women who refuse to submit to men or who have been manipulated, raped, abused by men is something that is a through line that we can see throughout history. So Lilith, the serpent in the garden, Medusa, the woman with serpent for hair. This is a very, very common story.
Rainy day out here. Listen, I want to make a quick video. This probably going to be my last one for a while. I might have to make this thing in 2 parts because you know the slots be only down to 3 minutes. You know, I see a lot of you coming over here and this image that you're looking at is resonating with a lot of you. Anybody could get on here and speak the same thing I've been speaking. But it's resonating with you more when you see this image. This old black woman speaking this truth. You know why? Because this old black woman is the mama of this earth. And all you come from her. And it's resonating with you so hard because you're missing your mama, missing your grandma. You see, your patriarchal religion snatched the mother right on up out them religions. Demonized her, made her into something awful, made you hate your own mama. Made you bow down to this Father God with no wife and no mother. A lot of my sisters cleave to that Christianity because that's the only thing closer to femininity that you gonna get in these religions. At least their God got a mother. You know, y'all all own Mother Earth. Black folks, they say they from the motherland. And when that firmament crack up there, y'all all gonna see that mothership. You see, we all been lied to. And nobody been beaten more than a woman, especially that black woman. But her DNA strands is longer than all of y'all that's been on here. And truth finna come out about her. I said before, y'all digging all over the world and you're finding us. Looking for yourself. What you really finding is women. Carbonated women, black women, melanated women. Sisters out here looking crazy because they don't know who they is. They've been beaten down the most. Everybody treats that black woman like, you know what. But when that elder mama come out there, y'all show that respect. You've been missing your mama because she been removed from all your religions. But in your soul, you still yearning, you're searching for her, you're seeking, trying to find her. So when I come out here and I speak this truth and it's resonate with all of you, no matter what color, creed, culture, it's resonating because you want your mama back. I want my mama back too. We all missing her. These patriarchal religions that ordain slavery and murder and death of men, women, and children. When you find out who it is you really bowing down to, these sons of God that came down here and found the daughters of men, which I say they was really the daughters of the earth. Y'all gonna find out more. Stay tuned for part 2, baby.
Whenever you hear the word dark side, all that means is that's your alchemical side, which is the deepest component of the mystery. This is when it becomes beyond worship to synthesizing the gods based on the elements in the universe and inside of the physical body. Why would they take a black hole and why would they make this shit look like a spaceship? Now let me explain the mothership to you. The mothership in ancient mythology is called the celestial ship of the north. The celestial ship of the north comes from what the word Draconis. And the Draconis is the great dragon, which is Leviathan, which is Tiamat, which is Apep, which Apep is called the great dragon. That's the mothership. There's a book called Celestial Ship of the North. They banned the bitch up until down 93. But I found it. Honorable Elijah Muhammad was talking about a mothership. This, my friends, is the fucking mothership. It's a black hole. That's what it is. Now, don't get happy yet. Because there ain't gonna be no shit when you get on some ship with your physical body. We're gonna bring this shit home. What the mothership is. In here they say they don't have the technology to explain this thing, because all what they got on black holes, they got from studying black holes millions of miles away. But something right next door, they keep telling that shit is, the earth is right in that shit. Don't let nobody fool you. When it's about to come out the bitch, called the wormhole. In the Bible it's called what? Wormwood. Leviathan is supposed to be the great dragon up under the water. She's a serpent, a snake, the torturous serpent is her name.
It represents Saturn as the dark mother, right? And that's why certain moon magic is strongest when the earth entirely blocks the sun's light from hitting the moon.
Whew.
Because now you can get straight Saturn energy. That's straight Big Mama energy. So the women learn how to balance it and to use the energy. They use their menstrual cycle to tell them at what time of the month can they use the combination of the blocking energy of the moon and the manifesting energies of Saturn.
Our people scared the hell of Saturn.
I'm gonna make this brief. So I received the upload, and I really don't care what anybody will say, what anybody will have to say negative about what I'm about to say, but I feel it. It was told to me, so I'm gonna tell it to y'all. So y'all know how when they tell us that that was Adam and Eve, right? Well, they don't talk about Lilith. And I've seen a few videos. I've been knowing about Lilith for years. And I've been seeing a few TikTok videos about Lilith and how she's been reaching out to people. Well, I got something for y'all. So, what if they say Lilith was created like Adam? So, let's say Adam and Eve, I mean, not Adam and Eve, but Adam and Lilith was created from thin air, right? Supposedly, Lilith left him because he wouldn't let her be the woman that she was built to be and everything, and she went, you know, and was supposedly went with the devil or whatever, and the devil was reminding her of who she was and all this, but that's besides the topic. What I'm saying is Adam and Lilith was first. Adam couldn't handle Lilith. When Lilith left, Eve was created from Adam's rib, a lower part of him. To me, Eve was a weaker woman that Adam could control. Lilith was just too much woman for him. So, my thing is, I'm not even going to say I think. I know Lilith and Adam was black. Eve was white. You know how they say the Eve gene? No. Lilith was capable of having multiple races. So with that being said, I feel like Lilith was the black woman. I feel like Eve was a white woman who was fabricated by the white men, so we wouldn't give our power, our energy, thoughts, and none of that to Lilith and not even know her. Like, they completely took her out of the subject. Nobody knew about Lilith until people started waking up and talking about her and finding the truth. So Adam and Lilith was the first beings created, carbon. Eve was a fabrication of the white man to hide the fact that Lilith was a powerful black woman. I don't care what you think negativity wise. Hey, that's my upload.
Lilith. Write it down. Don't take my word for it if you don't believe what I'm saying. Write it down. Lilith. Go look it up. It should be in your dictionary. If you got a nice big dictionary at home, and it will tell you that Lilith was Adam's wife before Eve. But we don't hear about Lilith in the biblical text because Lilith doesn't fit into the parameters of European male chauvinism. Oh, let me take a moment and just drop this on you about Lilith. You see, the problem was they had to remove Lilith out of the text according to the mythos. What did I just say? The mythos, right. This is all allegory and metaphor and myth. According to the myth, Lilith didn't want to listen to Adam. Don't be trying to boss me around. Don't be putting me lower than you. European male chauvinism couldn't allow that to remain in the biblical text, so they had to demonize her. And if you look up the story of Lilith, it'll tell you she's a demon. Why is she a demon? What'd she do bad? So they got rid of Lilith and decided to make a woman who the man could say, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. Am I dropping it on you? So they went and wrote Eve into the allegory and made Eve out of Adam's rib, so that Adam could look at Eve and say, you're bone of my bone. You flesh of my flesh. In other words, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't exist. Y'all see that male chauvinism thing there?
To anyone who's read the part in The Great Cosmic Mother, the devil is a woman. Not only that, she is the queen of heaven. She's also the goddess of witches. She's also many, many of the goddesses that we think are separate. All these goddesses and gods are one being reincarnated into different bodies. But yeah, the devil is a woman. Then the Christians made her the devil because, you know, oh no, they worship the earth. Demons. She's also the moon, therefore she is the divine feminine. She's also the mother of all. She is the mother.
Stem cell technology that Peter and I are investing in is called SCNT, which takes the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen, takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus. They just go in and take it out.
It's painful, right?
Huh?
Is it painful to use this?
Yeah, a little bit. And this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that. So, girls, for $100, we would pay you for your egg.
No, you $100?
So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500 for the Olympic. Whatever I bid, he's going to outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. If you have abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, and placenta, even your period blood is so rich with stem cells. When you regard it as waste, then it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody, and it's life for mankind. The best eggs are 16 to 18 years old. Those are the best eggs. As you get older, your eggs get weaker and weaker.
Yeah, thank you.
So you may not be our candidate.
No, that's fine. I think I was my business anyway.
The story of Lilith is also basically, Lilith was the great mother. Lilith is also called a Rescagul in Anonymous descent. We'll get into that in a few minutes, the Anonymous descent. But anyway, basically what happened was that after the great mother was overthrown in heaven and they created man, the reason why Lilith rejected it was her rejection of, she was rejecting this particular false creation. And as a result, when she got back up and went to her particular realm and they could not retrieve her, by her coming in the story goes, she sleeps with these men and she puts this darkness in them. That darkness is also melanin. So in actuality, they said they made these people filthy. They said that Lilith sleeps with them and make them unclean and filthy. Anytime you hear the word unclean and filthy, that is not talking about dirty. That is talking about unclean. It's science. It's talking about an alien object that does not coincide with creation. Well, we're talking about something that is beyond creation. So basically, I talk about this world was built all out of several primal worlds. Or it came into being after several primal worlds, which is where we are from. So what Lilith was doing was like the hellspawn. She was, in each one of us, she was putting back several of that primal world inside of us in this alien creation. You get what I'm coming from? So in actuality, she put the virus, which is melanin, because melanin makes up those several primal worlds. You see, and she was putting that back in us as the link to get back home. That's also in the Osirian myth, or one of the Egyptians myth, where the children fell and Atum gave them all a tear. He gave them all some water from the tears of his eyes so that they could see their way back home. Basically transferred the third eye, gave them melanin, so they could see their way back home. And that was the key to seeing your way back home. You see what I'm saying? And so basically, Lilith came in and basically she sleeps with man and gives man back this melanin so he can see his way back home before creation.
This movie, X-Men Days of Future Past, which means the past will become the future. In this portrait in the movie, you see it as a woman that has a flag in her hand and she has some type of shotgun in her hand. As you can see, she is surrounded by the masculine and she is outnumbered. But she is still victorious. As you can see, the masculine is at war with the divine feminine. And at the end, she wins. The masculine is at war with the divine feminine. And this system is a patriarchal system that is bent out on suppressing the divine feminine. Listen to this.
You'll need a new weapon for this war. I call them Sentinels. Named after the ancient guardians that stood at the gates of the Citadel.
These are machines.
They have the aeronautic capabilities of a Harrier jet. Armed with guns that can fire off more than 2,000 rounds per minute of thermoceramic ammunition. But size, power, speed, you could find that at Lockheed or Boeing. No, what makes the Sentinel so special is the ability to target the mutant X gene.
The war is against the X chromosome, which is the divine feminine.
Unless it's identified the target. With this weapon, there will be no human collateral damage. If I turn it on, the system couldn't even activate in here. Unless there's a mutant.
I thought there has to be some kind of mistake.
My machines don't make mistakes. What are you?
I assure you,
No, don't shoot it.
I assure you, I don't know what you're talking about.
Her powers was out of this world. She was able to shape shift into whoever and use their powers. She represents the divine feminine. Not to stir up the battle of the sexes, but the X chromosome, females have 2 of them. Not just 2, but we also possess the Y chromosome. Why? Is because the divine feminine was here first, and we is what gave birth to the Y chromosome. It says, while the male have 1, is 5 times larger than the Y chromosome and has 10 times the number of genes. That means it carries more traits and diseases. The divine feminine is the superwoman. She is the creator of all. She is the microcosm of the macrocosm. We create worlds. Why you think that they are suppressing the divine feminine? Because we hold the key. Listen to this conversation.
If I see so much as a scream, I will jam this into your throat.
How did you find me?
You taught me well.
It's been a long time since we were this close. I missed you.
You tried to kill me.
So the rest of us could live.
Remember, she's the divine feminine.
What do you mean?
We received a message from the future.
Don't lie to me.
They never have, and they never will. Humans use your blood, your genes, to create a weapon that wipes us all out. I was only doing what I thought necessary to secure our future.
So what's to stop me from killing you right now and securing my future?
Nothing. It doesn't matter anymore. They have your DNA. Your blood was on the
Remember, the woman holds the key to the entire universe. We primordial deities do not have DNA. We have DEA.
They're creating a weapon, and now they have what they need to take it further. We have to strike now.
Out of her DEA, they created weapons to go against the primordial deities, which what they are calling them in here, mutants.
I don't want a war. I only want the man who murdered them.
This is war.
Y'all all remember Gene, which Gene means genes, genetics, the genesis, the beginning. Jean represented the Black Madonna, which is the sacred divine feminine. She was so powerful, couldn't no one get close to her. The only one that can get close to her was Wolverine, and the only reason why is because he had nanotechnology in him, and he was able to heal fast because his skin was able to regenerate. The divine feminine is the phoenix energy. That patriarchal mindset and system is over with because the age of Aquarius is the return of the Black Madonna. The X-Man should have been the X-woman. This is a clip from the Dark Phoenix. The Dark Phoenix is the dark energy, and they say that it is an unknown form of energy that affects the universe on the largest scale. As you can see, it is something coming from the cosmos that is connecting with her, the divine feminine. You see how she is able to absorb this dark energy, and it did not kill her. Even in the movie, they were saying, I wonder why it didn't kill you, because it had chose her, the divine feminine. Listen to what she finna get ready to say.
And it was not an accident. It was drawn to you. What was it? A pure and unimaginably powerful cosmic force. We saw it enter you in space. We were there, Jean, following that force. Why? Because it's the spark that gave life to the universe, and the flame that consumed my world. What remains of my people searched the stars for that power to control it, but it destroyed everything it ever came into contact with. Until you. Why me? Because you're stronger than you know. Because you're special, Jean. Turn dust into love. You could control what's inside you. Harness that power to create whole new worlds. Turn dust into water. Water into life. It's your destiny, Jean, to become something greater.
She said she would turn water to life. The water is celestial and it is spiritual. As above, so it is below. Space is water, and the ocean is the outer space. We come from the waters of Noon, which is the celestial water. That dark energy, which is the dark phoenix, is going to come from the celestial waters, which is your outer space. The X marks the spot. In this series, the powers, all of the divine feminine receive their powers first. The divine feminine has been suppressed, and this holds truth, and the energies will be attracted to those who needs it the most. As she is mother, and with this energy, she's going to be able to create. She is the creator. The divine feminine is the feminine aspect of the divine power that connects and binds the earth together. The origin of chaos and order, and feminine and masculine. The feminine is chaos and order is masculine. Chaos, not a disorder, but the origin of order. The masculine assists, and the masculine can only maintain what we create. But the world has so far been functioning on raw, directionless masculine energy, which has resulted in chaos in the universe. To create and restore balance, and it needs the creator to create. Now, do you see why it is a war against the sacred and divine feminine? The age of Aquarius is the return of the dark phoenix.